Okay. Now, change. When you want something to happen, you need to realize you got to make whatever it is happen. You have to make it a reality. And this is especially so when it comes to change. Change in your personality is one of the hardest of all to accomplish. It all boils down to if you can see yourself changing. You got to see yourself changing. You you cannot simply want change. You have to figure what the change should be, and then you have to make moves to get toward that change. Uh, if you can see the future, what kind of dude do you see yourself being? Think about that. When you face with the fear that you have or you get when you when you think about talking to a woman, you know your heart racing, your nerves going crazy, your mouth dry as a desert. When you notice these sensations of fear that you get simply because you thought of speaking to a woman, then you ought to clearly see that you really have issues and need to start thinking about changing. Without you realizing it, you're thinking about how you can stay the same and start being successful in the arena of catching. Sometimes I know I sound crazy, crazy as fuck, really. But today, I gotta acknowledge the fact that there will be more work to do for each of you, even once you gain the knowledge that SW has to give you. There is a lot of more work to do. You know, I ran about the doubting emails I get, and a lot of times I don't speak about the positive ones. By far, my positive emails overshadow my negative ones. So, without a doubt, I genuinely appreciate each and every one of you motherfuckers. I want you to start focusing on my goddamn confidence course. And when you do that, it's going to allow you to become the real you. What you do is get a completely new attitude, and you allow me in that goddamn course to help you ace this growth period. And you will blossom into the man that you want to be, not the man that you want to be because you just want to be it, but the man you know you want to be because you going after it. Now, since you know some of you have bought the course and you don't really want to come to SWU, I mean this is why Think If It is really blowing up, because a lot of you guys are insecure to the extent you don't want people knowing what you're doing. I mean, I get it. I get it. If if you want to be that confident alpha male, this shit is important. I take pride And everything I do, and you should too, I could just say what I want to say on these goddamn videos and not really give a damn. But I know a lot of people will see it, and I don't want to look illiterate or as if I do not have a command of the English language. If you notice, my punctuation, my word usage, and my overall content of my videos reflects some level of intelligence. I say this to say you need to recognize the context you're speaking in. I get a lot of emails using words wrong. Now check this out. Words sound alike, but they're spelled differently because they mean something differently. But simply because they sound alike, don't mean the words can be interchanged. So let's look at this. Uh, the word there, you have the word there, THERE, sounds like two other theirs. There, spelled THEIR, is possessive and it shows ownership. That's theirs. Now, the word there, spelled THEY', is a contraction. It joins two words together to make one word. It joins the two words they are. That's how you get that apostrophe re. Now, in the word of THEIR, that's possessive. It takes its ownership. THEIR, apostrophe RE is a contraction joining two words. And there's still one more there. THERE. It could be an adjective or an adverb depending on how it's used. Caller, what's up?
Yo, good, what's up, man?
There ain't nothing what's happening with you, brother.
I can't call it just man like always. I'm trying to say you at a bar, just go with me at a bar. How you play it?
Do what
I
now?
want to just say you at a bar and you go with me at a bar. How would you play it? How you do it?
What you mean? The woman get at the woman?
Yeah. Say you trying, you out doing your thing, trying to, get that 100 women thing up, and you trying to, go
Bro,
with me at the
how
bar.
come? What do you mean? How would I do it? What does how I do it have to do anything with what you would do?
Cause I mean, I just want to know how you. I mean, cause me personally, I just whoever give me the most attention, I just go with her. I'm saying,
That's what
how
you're
you do it?
supposed to do, bro.
Right. But I'm saying like born for the kill, like get her by herself or you
Hey
know,
man,
cause it's
you
always
approach
what
you approach her and you start talking to her, and if you got somewhere to go with your conversation, you lead her that way. Most of you guys start talking and don't have nowhere to go with your conversation, so you just talking in circles. I have
yeah,
intentions when I talk. So if I start talking, my intentions is to get her to go wherever the hell I'm trying to go with this conversation. And that's how I play it.
okay. Okay, so after you pick your certain one, you just don't even worry about the rest of them. You just let it be what it be.
That's what it is anyway.
Yeah. I mean, cause all of them are choose. That's what I'm like. I don't know. I'll be out and then everybody choosing on you, and then if you
See,
like the
listen
type
that you
of
use
woman,
that word. What does choosing mean?
no, not on no pimping. I mean, just like one of them like you versus the other.
Did I ask you anything about pimping?
Oh, okay. But choosing to me is like, what they, bodies might be saying, showing interest. Let me put it like this.
See, you guys speak so foolishly. And you just confuse yourself with them goddamn phrases and using that shit wrong. Now, bitch out there chooses you. Now, bitch. She ain't choosing you if she give you action. She giving you action. That's all she
Okay.
doing. She don't.
Okay.
She ain't choosing you. You know what choose mean?
You said, do I know what it means?
Yeah.
Uh, no, I mean, I know what it. I
Check
know
it
what it
out,
means.
man.
Right?
Check it out, man. You laughing, but it's not funny because you don't know what it means. So why would you even
So,
think of that word? You
because
don't
that's what
know
she
what
told
it
me.
means, man. So it fucking confuses you. I ain't saying
Okay.
nothing about you. I'm just saying if you don't know what a word mean and you're using it in your conversation, you gonna throw yourself off because you don't know what it means. The word choose means the particular broad that's choosing sees something in you that she likes and she gathers up whatever it is she can gather up to pick you with so that she can give it to you. Whatever it is, it could be money, it could be whatever it is. She's gonna give it to you and let you know that she's choosing you. That's why she's giving you this shit. If you don't get nothing, you haven't been chose. Is that
Okay.
clear?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You just got that. I'm just
So what I'm saying is stop using the wrong words. That's what I was
okay.
just getting ready to go into. Now, the word I was telling you about the word there. There's three different ways you can use it: They apostrophe re, Their, and There. They all
Right.
mean different things. I hear
Right.
people write me emails and they be using the words wrong. They want to say your conversation is great, Rosebud, but instead of putting your, they put apostrophe your.
Right.
That's and they sound stupid. I can't read that shit. So, it sounds stupid. So why do people not pay attention to what they doing and saying? That's how come you can't catch. That's how come you sit up and talk to a fucking bitch at the bar for an hour and a half and she get up and go her way and you get up and go your way. Cause you don't mean shit when you talk. You're just talking. And
Nah,
if
nah,
if you
yeah.
just if you're just talking, you're just shooting the shit. Shooting the shit means there's nothing gonna jump off based on the conversation. I don't want to shoot the shit with no goddamn broad. Do you?
Nah, hell nah.
So you got to make sure you ain't doing that. And you make sure you ain't doing that by having an objective when you start talking.
Yeah. Yeah, for me, it's just usually easier when it's one on one. When it's two or three, it starts being like, I gotta try to play them off and type of shit.
Okay, but what I'm saying is where did the two or three come in at? I never mentioned it.
No, I'm talking about my scenario when I'm saying going to the bar. When I go, it's a group of women together when they use that bar. So it's like, ain't a lot of one on one. Especially if you're trying to hit that number, they're 100. So
Hey,
it's like,
you don't even know how to play that, do you?
how to play what?
You guys you don't fuck with my tools, but you want to fuck with me. I got a tool about catching motherfucking a broad that's with a group of broads. And there's a particular way you do it.
Okay.
But you'd rather me tell you that right now, right?
I mean, I can lock in with you. Ain't no thing. I really just see my thing was I started off, and then you start getting so many women, but y'all be like, don't get a girlfriend, and now I'm starting over.
Man, I'm not following you, man. That's not making sense. What you mean? Don't get a girlfriend?
Because when you get a girlfriend, you stop going. You stop doing what you need. You stop your journey kind of when you get a girlfriend, or maybe you see it different.
Man, I did do different because I ain't stopping shit.
Yeah.
I'm finna
See,
have when I get me a girlfriend that I like and she done showed me and I didn't see that I like her, then she'll be my girlfriend. But as far as me fucking with her, I'm fucking with a gang of bitches until I find my girlfriend. How you gonna find a girlfriend fucking with one broad at a time? You only knowing her. You ain't knowing women, so you can't choose. You gotta know women. And in order to know women, you gotta fuck with a lot of different women. That way, when it's time to choose, you know women. So you can pick the best of this or that woman and you'll be able to see if you can fuck with her. But don't none of you motherfuckers know women. So all you do is go with the first one that smile at you. Who gives a fuck about the bitch smiling at me? No, bitch. You supposed to be smiling at me. I ain't going for that shit. I don't go for none of that goddamn shit. You know,
yeah,
you gotta give me some action. If you give me some action, then I'm fucking with you. Other than that, there's too many bitches out there, and they all want to fuck with me, and they all getting the action. They all want me to fuck them. I can't make my mind up, so I don't fuck with none of them until they give me action. I'm in the club. I'm by myself. I ain't getting a fuck about you, bitch. That's how I look. That's how I motherfucking sound. That's how I act. That's why I have hella bitches wanting to fuck with me. Because they know they can't. All right, bro?
yeah. I so appreciate you, man.
You know it. Be cool. Caller, what's up?
Well, you were just speaking about how people tend to misuse words. So
Yeah.
my question is, can you elaborate what you mean when shooting the shit? Because I don't want to misuse the
Shooting
word.
the shit, bro. Listen, I don't know what they say today, but
Well, no, I'm saying in regards to when you talk
bro,
when
I'm finna explain
shit
it to
shit
you.
with a bitch.
You don't have to break it down. I'm finna explain it to you. I know what you asked. I don't know the way what they say today, but shooting the shit means having idle conversation. You know, talking about, did you see that game yesterday, man? Shit, man. Talking about the baseball game. Talking about your son's soccer team. I mean, that's shooting the shit.
So, well, would you agree that shooting the shit is better than not saying something to a bitch? Like when you're not trying to holler at her, you just want to keep your skills sharp.
Well, bro, that's what you need to learn how to do. Not holler at the
Okay,
bitch.
well, oh, okay. That's different. That's
Yeah,
different.
that's different. That's what I keep trying to show you, motherfuckers. That's what the arsenal is about. How to learn how to talk to the broad. Talk to her, not talk at her. Because all you motherfuckers be talking at the bitch. That's why they can tell you trying to hit on them. That's why they can tell they don't want to fuck with you. Because you ain't even talking to her. You talking at her. They can tell
Oh
that.
no, but that's what I'm saying. Like when you're shooting this shit and you're not really trying to, you ain't trying to talk out out the pussy or whatever. You just talking with her because she right there and you're not gonna be scared. So you just shooting the shit. I don't see how that's that issue. That's my
Hey man, if you don't see
I
it,
ain't
you don't
perfect.
see it. Everybody ain't supposed to see it.
Okay, cool. All right.
Everybody can't be the heavyweight champion.
Yeah, true.
So
Now
you
I
got to
just don't
know
want no
these things.
confusion. Right. I don't see an issue with it, but like you said, it's not for everybody to see.
Hey man, if you don't see no issue with sitting and shooting the shit with a broad, that's because you ain't got your man in check. You men do not shoot the shit with women. I mean, you can if you want to. but I don't want to.
That's what I'm saying. I
I
mean,
always got an objective when I'm speaking to a woman. Period.
right. And I can understand that. And yeah, I see where you're going with that. That makes sense. I just saw it as if you're not hurting. I can see if you hurting for the bitch and you shooting the shit with a bitch and you hurting for one, then that don't make sense. But
Yeah,
if you ain't
but
hurting
listen
for
to
a
what
bitch,
you saying and listen to what I said. You said a totally different thing than what I said. You talking about shooting the shit and hurting. I was just saying shooting the shit.
but scenarios matter though.
Bro, scenarios do matter. So I didn't say the scenario you talking about hurting was no scenario. I'm just saying that wasn't my scenario. My
I
scenario,
agree. I agree.
my
I agree.
scenario was just shooting the shit, meaning you got time to idly waste with some broad that you talking to, and then you ain't talking about nothing. You just talking. I don't do that.
Right, right. And like I respect that, and I can see the logic behind that. So I thank you for that insight.
All right, bro.
Yeah.
Be cool. See, the thing about most of you guys, you make shit way more difficult than it is. Caller, what's up?
Going on, but
I'm good,
check
man.
this
How you
out.
doing?
Sounds good. That's good. Good to hear. Check this out. So let's say you find yourself entertaining two broads at the same time. You went out, you met the two broads. You say like, yo, let's go somewhere get some drinks. I have a drink. But you're not trying to choose one. You're trying to see which one is more trying to get at you or give you more action than the other. Or you just trying to see, say you don't want to just choose one and then
Bro,
you just
ask
want
your
to go to.
question.
So that's what I'm saying. So how you play that when you entertaining more than one broad at the same time, but you just met them. This is fresh. This is new, but you're not trying to choose. How you navigate yourself to
Why aren't you
trying to
trying to
get that?
choose?
No, I'm not trying to choose at all. I've been
I
choosing.
said, why aren't you trying to choose?
Oh, why I'm not trying to choose? Because like I
Because
said,
you
if I
scary.
choose,
You scary and
no,
you
no,
ain't got no nuts. Because you supposed to pick
yeah,
one, even if that ain't the one to pick. You supposed to pick one and get at both of them.
oh yeah, no, I'm getting that both. I'm not when I'm saying not making a direct choice in front of the broad, but you trying to choose one in front of them. Like because even like that, like let's say when I'm making certain moves at both of them and just talking, saying certain things or whatever, leaning in close to and all that type of stuff. But one broad might get a little jealous and then now that put her a little off from you, get her a little turned off from you
What
because
does that
because
have to
she
do
might
with you?
what it has to do is that
No, man, you
I'm
paying
making
attention to the wrong shit.
okay, so what I should be paying attention to then.
Well, first of all, you should be paying attention to your goddamn self. And you supposed to be making one of them bitches jealous.
Mm,
You gotta say something different to this one than you're saying to that one. And this one or might like what I said to that one better. And that's why I'm saying different shit.
right.
Yeah, because I want them to get jealous. That's how you see who like you. They get the Bogart. They get to trying to talk to you when it ain't their turn to talk and all that shit. Man, this thing's to be
Gotcha.
watching. And if you ain't watching that shit while you talking, you ain't really serving no purpose. You gotta play on your action. What do you think action is? Action is how you interpret what they do and say. And if you ain't got no way to interpret the shit, you ain't getting no action. You gotta see your action. And you gotta make your action from what's being done and presented. Do that make sense to you?
Yeah, it makes sense to me. So now how do you all right, so once you perceive
see the action. Both is getting some action, but one is more than the other. Then obviously that would be the one I choose, but I would probably make a choice and go after that one more aggressively.
No, man, you want to make the bitch make a choice. I ain't saying you wait for her to say, "Okay, I'm the one who want to go with you," but you make
Nah,
you make the one that is available show herself, and you do that by teasing that bitch.
hmm I got you. I got you.
Uh,
So
we good or what?
yeah, we good. We good.
All right.
Stay up there.
Okay. So now, see, what I'm saying is, you guys do not go with what is actually happening. If you get an action, you're getting action, but the action is only something to make you want to get at the bitch more. And you turn it from the little excitement she's got going, you turn it into more by your conversation. And your conversation is going to get her to want to investigate this or that about you, which she can't do sitting here talking to me. You can only do it with me. You got to say shit like that, and then the guy, then one of them bros say, "I say shit, that don't sound bad." Whatever their responses are, you go with that and interpret it. It's either action or it's not. If it's not, then I'm kind of leaning toward this other bro and say something. But if it is, I may still lean toward this other bro and say, depending on what I'm doing. I'm doing something. I am not just talking. I ain't finna do that. That's a waste of time to me to sit up and be talking to her about what you did in class today. Then that's a waste of time. I mean, it's not a waste of time as a conversation, but it's a waste of time as far as you thinking about action. You gotta understand to make them differences. Plus, you gotta stop. Let's say you write the broad note. Hey, I want you to meet me there. Then you put, I want you to meet me THEIR. Or you put, I want you to meet me THEY''RE. Those are the wrong theirs. And that quick is how quick you miss. Because you don't know what's going to turn this bitch on or off. Shit. So what I'm saying is, one of the reasons my confidence course is so fucking dope is previous videos that I have made about the most important things for you to notice during your conversation will be much clearer. It'll be much clearer if you possessed the confidence to even try what I say. Most of you just hear it. You don't try it. Have any of you ever thought of how you sound when you speak and whether or not your breathing matches your sentences? I don't think so. You got to get in my course and learn how to use these tidbits of information to your benefit and become the motherfucker that you fantasize about being. Because when I get to talking, especially if it gets romantic, I've been told, God damn, it sounds like a song. I've been told it sounds like a song because I'm phrasing my shit, I'm breathing, and I'm flowing with my words. And if it sounds like a song, don't you think that song is enchanting her? So I'm not singing, but since I'm flowing, she can hear the sense that my conversation is making, and it's catching her. Don't be mad at me because I know this shit. You motherfuckers need to learn it. When you are down on a new one, what is the most important thing for you to notice about your conversation? I ain't gonna even allow you to guess on this. I'm gonna just tell you. The most important thing about your goddamn conversation is your phrasing. Niggas don't know how important it is for your conversation to flow. Just as you know, just that kind of shit. You ain't catching no bitch. Just as you mistakenly think rhymes are the key, you overlook how the flow of the sentence sounds. Baby, you need to understand what I'm saying so that your understanding can shine brighter for you to look better. I mean, that sounds much better than you need to understand what I'm saying. You know what I'm talking about? Because I want your intelligence. I mean, shit, come on. It's just night and day. In most of my best Macs, I watch my breathing because I know I want this sentence to come out in one breath. And it's a long ass sentence. So I adjust. If you see the power you get in knowing these little things, knowing these little intricate pieces of conversation, and knowing how it plays a role in your overall catch hand, you know, you will assure yourself that you gain as much of this knowledge as possible. See, but to you guys, none of this science matters. You rather foolishly go out and just go, I don't know, go out and just go off the top of your head. People want to know how they can tell if they're dealing with a real man. And I'm gonna offer you a few pointers on what to look for to help you identify you're dealing with a real traits of a real man. Now, this man is somebody with the qualities and manners that's traditionally associated with the upper class or the upper crust of society. He's also a member of this sect of people, of men whose privilege includes the honor of having more than one woman madly in love with him and his flair. He's a man in possession of high ideals or excellent moral characters. Otherwise, this dude thinks a big shit. He ain't finna be petty and steal your change or try to cheat you out of a cigarette or whatever the fuck. He's impressive in quality, quantity, and appearance. He's purely a magnificent specimen of a man. He is a member of a governing body of men who supports the game by principle and in their actions. He is believed to be superior to other men of the same kind. He far passes others in intellect, achievements, and abilities. Now, some of us have adopted an attitude of condescension towards others who fall short of this shit. This dude is above being affected or influenced by something or someone. Simply put, he's a better man than most. Now that you have an idea of what a real man is, when you meet one, bow graciously and get anointed with this motherfucking game. Now, I know a lot of you guys thought I was describing me. You thought I was describing myself, but I'm not. I'm describing the attributes of a real man. What time is it? It's time for you to stop pretending to be down. It's all right if you can't stand up to the rigors of this goddamn Alabama. Why make yourself look worse by seeing as a sucker imitating a master? Simple. Make the choice to stop faking the phone and surrender this motherfucking Alabama back to the real players. Let the real niggas back to bask in the glory of this game. And you go on back to watching movies. I mean, if I could go back in time, part two, I would take a lot more pictures of the parties and the party goers and who came to the party and all that. And I put them in a safe place so when I got old, 60 years old, 70 years old, I can look at them motherfuckers and see how we looked. I'd also go back to all the niggas that I rolled with and I remind them that, we gonna get old. It ain't like it used to be. You gotta prepare for retirement these days. I would try to change my pimp or die attitude to pimp and retire. Because never in my wildest dreams, I never fucking imagined that I would want to retire from the game. So it was the last goddamn thing on my mind. With all the progress in medicine and all this shit we got today, yesterday's motherfuckers died from old age at 50. But today we gonna live well past that. So we gotta be ready. And lastly, I would find that goddamn hoe that I didn't catch and catch her fucking ass. That's if I could turn back the hands of time. Since I can't, fuck the bitch. If I could go back in time, there's only one thing that I would do differently. Well, a couple of things. The first thing is I wouldn't have fired that fine ass Filipino bitch I had. Then the second thing is I would have gave that black girl I had a second chance. The Filipino bitch was too fucking needy. And I couldn't be around her. I can't be around her, bro, as much as she need me to be around her. If she need me to be around her more than I want to be around her. See, the black hole, she was a turnout and I didn't really believe in her. And she started calling me within being down 30 minutes. She started calling. And I just ignored her. I didn't answer like 5 or 6 of her calls. And the bitch chose. I mean, ain't no thing. I thought about those bitches, on my way to LA. And if I wouldn't have been in the fast lane, speed, changing lanes and shit, not using blinkers. See, I would have had seen I needed to get both of them goddamn bitches a little more of my time. Then I could have flipped it. The Filipino hoe was so fine that when I told that bitch I wanted 800 every night, she made that shit so fast I couldn't believe it. She is actually the hoe that made me believe you should not issue quotas until you see what kind of hoe you got. You tell that bitch to get 600. What if she a $1,200 bitch? I ended up having to tell that bitch I want time, at least 14 hours per day. She used to make me hella money, but when I came to collect my trap, she always would make it damn near impossible to leave her motherfucking ass. I would have to go off on her and shit, damn near slap that bitch so I could leave her. And the black girl was a fine, high yellow bitch. She was a turnout. And I thought she was calling me too much. So I didn't answer 4 or 5 of her calls. And I think Melvin the mechanic got me for that hoe. And he pimped on her ass for years. She turned out to be a good hoe. What will be, will be. That's what I always say. Excuse me. What will be, will be. Each bitch is different and deserves to be judged on her own merit. Judging her unworthy too soon is a terrible way to realize you missed him because you was going too fast. Now I remember Broad and I rode down the strip the other day, and I couldn't stop running my mouth. I'm talking hella shit. I talked her motherfucking head off all the way to lunch and back. Now it really reminded me of the time when I was, down and dirty and knocked off a bitch in San Francisco, and I'd soon be headed to LA, land of the giant pimp. On the way, I'm gonna school that bitch, so I want to be represented the entire 6 hour ride. When I'm stoked and full of myself, which is almost always, I talk hella shit, as she already knew. But this is a big but. The shit I talk is not far fetched, and it's very doable. I believe all women enjoy hearing my dreams. Plus, I already told you when one of my dreams materialized, them bitches is the ones that really truly benefit. You, what's up, caller?
Hey, bro, how you doing? It's D.
D, what's happening?
I'm cool. One day at a time, man. I just your question. I'm gonna let you go, bud. And I hope your day's going good, bud.
It is. What's up?
Now, I just want to say I think the first caller, and I believe he's listening, the one you asked about, woo, 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 how can I approach a woman at the bar? And I just want to give him some advice. Bro, get the confident course, man. Get the confident course. If you get a chance, it's gonna help you. It's a lot of information there. It's gonna help you on how to approach a woman, man. Get the confident course. It's a lot of instead of get the crime, get the whole case. And I want to ask you this, bud, man. Like right now, how much you charging for SW? If you already got the course, how much you charging for SW to get in?
Hey, bro, $50 a shot a month. If that's what you want
Oh,
to, if that's what you want to
oh,
spend, and then it depends on what you want to spend. 50, 100. Some people spend 500. So it
that's what's
just
up, man.
depends.
That's a hell of a deal right now, though.
Yeah, it is.
Oh, I want to ask you a question, though, Dish, man. Listen, let's say motherfucker, right? He's so busy with life, like he want to come to SW, but he cannot come, but he's just too busy with life. And because I know in SW, you share a lot of game. It's not just about women; it's about how to deal with life.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
correct me if
but
I'm
check
wrong.
it out, man. It doesn't matter that you don't have time because you do it in your spare time. This is not the way you remembering SWU. I don't run it the same way anymore. We not all
Okay,
on
but
what?
go ahead.
We not all on the call at once. It ain't every other day like it was. This is when you have time to do the shit.
Oh, damn. So you make it a little bit easy though for motherfuckers.
I'm making it easy, but it is intense.
Okay. Long story short, if a motherfucker not come, period, is it possible a person can get those information SW, you kick the bell, like all that shit, you kick the bell, like for whatever purpose, is it possible we can sell that shit? That's my question. You know what
Hey,
I'm
hey,
saying?
hey, man, if you can't come but you want the shit, that's what this
Say,
is for. Because what you do is enroll, and we send you different shit during the week, and you automatically get this. You
and
return it on when you get time.
and those shit that you send, that's the shit you're sharing in the SW, right?
Yeah, same shit.
Uh, Thank you, man. You answered my question, but I'm feeling for that shit, man, because I know you shared a lot of game and all these questions. Guys be calling me a woman. I know you elaborate more today. I'm gonna get that shit, but I want to ask you another question, but I'm gonna let you go, man, because I know you're doing your shit, but.
All right, man.
All right, man. Listen, man. I just want to know, man. I just want to know what you think about this. Look, I do work at a restaurant. Long story short, I was at work, and I was about to take this lady for order, right? Whatever she was about to buy. She was her man, so I was trying to catch her attention.
of what she wants to buy. Whatever happened, she ended up telling her man, I'm talking about like in front of people, but in the lunch, she ended up telling her man, like, shut up, bitch. And the man, he kind of got mad and he left. He went after. I just want to know what you think about that because I feel like there was no respect on that, bud. Is there, can you touch on that?
Man, that wasn't respectful, man. But you don't know what kind of relationship they got, man. You looking on the outside. You on the outside looking in, they might have that kind of relationship.
Yeah, I like that. You hit that shit, bud. Slick. Hey, bud, that was dope, though. I like that, bud.
All right, man, be cool.
Man, can I hit you one more, bud?
Come on, man.
Man, come on, man. You know I love this shit. Now, who the fuck I'm gonna fuck besides you, bud, man? Plus, you feeling better, nigga. I love you, bud.
Right on, but come on with the question.
Hey, listen. My last question, man. Sure, man. I hope I'm not mistaken, man. You had a chance, like, back in the day, you had a chance. You saw Michael Mack?
Michael Mack.
Yeah.
Man, I don't know which Michael Mack. I know two Michael Macks.
I'm talking about the one with the glasses and shit, you know.
No, I don't know who you talking about.
All right, man. Everything's all good, man. I got all of my question answered, man. Have a blessed day, but I'm over here
All right,
enjoying
brother.
this.
Be cool. Now, all you guys got to understand, there's hella shit going on all the time. And you just gotta be on top of the shit. I would school whoever's with me all the way from San Francisco to LA. Now I just had that much to say. Now I'm telling you, the shit I talk is not far fetched. It's very doable. You know, I believe in all. Uh, listen, uh, yeah, baby, I'm finna get a piece of jewelry made. It's gonna be pave. Pave? What is pave? Pave ain't gonna be no gold. You ain't gonna see the gold. You're just gonna see diamonds. That's what pave is. Now, I'm just telling her this. You know, I'm just telling her this because this is some big shit. But while the bitch paying me, you know, first few whatever amount of months, I go buy me that kind of goddamn shit. The bitch think I'm doing it for her, not for her, but because she with me now. No, the bitch don't think that. The bitch thinks that I'm doing that because that's what I do. That's why she got with me, because the shit I say, I do it. I haven't had that told to me very often. So since my shit is doable, all the women just love to hear my shit. Cause when I did, I already told you, you know, when one of my dreams materialized, them fucking hoes, you know, benefit because I'm fucking the shit out of two of them motherfuckers. Not at the same time, but that day. Shit. You know, I've been learning on a learning tangent for the last few years. You know, I'm sprung on learning. You know, I've been finding out about myself in terms that, you know, I hadn't really known. I didn't realize I was so fucking deep. But each time I reach inside myself, I'm able to extract more of me than I knew before. By the time this is over, I'm gonna have met and reacquainted myself with me over 100 times. I'm a different person today than I was last month, and I will be different next month than I am now. And if all goes well, a year from now, I will be different still. This is the life for a motherfucker that strives to excel. I always brag about shit, but I paved the way for others. I paved the way for others with a word or two to the wise about bragging. I never, you know, really tell any of you. Sometimes I do, but most of the times I don't tell you, you know, what's really going on when a person brags. Now you think about this. If you're a person like me, you brag in public. You do that to expose yourself, to expose your plans. And now that I done told everybody what my plans are, I gotta live up to them. Or I'm gonna get booed off into the land of failures. Each time I boast, I hope you notice it was either before or after I completed something major. Think about it. Most people don't even think of things to do that's major. Some people have worked their entire lives and have not done anything major. That is one of the reasons they don't brag because they figure they don't have anything to brag about. Me, I'll brag about not feeling the need to brag. I just do. My point is each and everything you do, if you're serious about it matters to your very soul. And when shit is like that, and I complete a task, I feel as I've leaped over a tall building in a single bound. And when I landed, I didn't hurt my feet because this game provides you with fucking shock absorbers. My site sidewalk, .thinkific.com is blowing up. It's the intricate parts of it's actually the intricate part of your growth that you're missing. Don't you want to actually fucking be a part of something big? I know you all are rooting for me. You want me to motherfucking make it. I'm with that. Shit. I'm down and dirty about it. But check game. The reason I have rules, the reason rules are so important in the game is clearly exemplified in the bullshit that's going on with the political arena. That presidential bullshit and, all the shit that politicians are talking about. They telling you what it's supposed to be, but then they showing you that it ain't that. If you take a word that has genuine meaning and use it loosely, so it can cover a blanketed array of subjects, you get what we have now. I mean, by the same token, if you youngsters take phrases like out of pocket, uh, you under pencil arrest, or my fee, if you understood them statements and you wouldn't use them in out of context, you would have a better understanding of the circumstances that you face. Shit. Circumstances that would stand up to scrutiny if shit happened. If you follow me, you'll have what we are witnessing in politics today. You got a gang of motherfuckers believing heads is up, and a gang of motherfuckers believing tails is up. Supposedly, someone would make a determination on which is legitimate, and from that standpoint, make your case. Being a man will not allow a fellow man to misuse any form of the phrase. The reason is it would fuck the game up. Some bitches are out of pocket or deserve to be charged with the out of pocket shit they do. Now, niggas say that shit about my bitch, and we meet up, and the nigga explains some shit that's out of pocket that my bitch did. Me and the niggas beef stop right there. It stops because motherfuckers like us, we got to go with our manhood. But today, you got suckers who know a rule or two, but play on the meaning of the rule. Just as they do in politics today. No motherfucker trusts a politician because they tell half truths. Do you young fools of today want to be seen as politicians? People who are known to lie, bend rules, and will say anything. I would have never went for that shit. And I can speak for all the niggas I've been with in the past 50 years. No nigga in this game would take a principle of the game and dog it simply to catch a bitch. We would willingly blow the bitch because of the rules of this game. Ain't nobody that hungry for no goddamn brawl. And the reason is we don't want the game to disappear. Anytime motherfucking peckerwoods get the definition of something, they take it, water it down so that any person can read it and use it. Real motherfuckers want it to remain something by definition that everyone can't do. This means this is the main reason you have rules or standards. Real motherfuckers don't want to take the easy way. We want to fight our way to the top. I know Muhammad Ali is the originator of the phrase, I'm a bad man. But damn it, I look in the mirror and can't help but say it to myself. Shit, I'm a bad man. That's something every man out there should want to say about himself and be real when he say it. Contrary to popular belief, men are not born. We're cultivated by the trials and tribulations that we face and overcome before we 18. All the things I say, I do. I practice what I preach. I have fears today. I must face these fears, and periodically I get that rush. You know, the one that makes you know you're alive and you're doing shit. Whatever shit is for you, I hope it makes you feel as alive as I feel right now. Because I had no idea I would be doing what I'm doing when I designed my long term plan. But why I knew I would, be covered is I stay on my AVPs. And as long as caller, what's up?
What's good, bud?
I'm good, man.
I
How
was
you
just
doing?
calling in. I know you were getting a lot of money, on the street doing what you do. I was just calling, man, to ask, man, on some tips and scenarios on, what helped you run your money? Like, what helped you stack the money up? You know?
What helped me stack it was getting so much of it.
Right.
Hey,
But,
hey,
just
listen,
like
man,
something
listen, man. You gotta, when you're getting fast money and you want to save some, you gotta figure out from the way you rolling what you can do. And I started not spending my hundreds and fifties. I was only spending 20s and 10s and fives and that shit. Hundreds and fifties, I just put them in the drawer. What I'm saying is before I knew it, I had like 50 grand, and it wasn't even that long. And what I'm saying is you figure out something to do with that shit. I went and bought a Rolls Royce. They was like 40 grand when that was, what was that, 82 or something like that. I forgot what year it was. But anyway, my point is you just figure out something to do with the shit. Cause the IRS gonna get it if you keep just stacking it.
right. So, like, in situations where, shit might slow down and you might lose a couple bras here and there, and you really have to be disciplined with what you get coming in because it's probably coming in a little slower than it is. Like, what will help you get through those storms?
Knowing what you just said, bro, there ain't no goddamn magic to the shit. If you ain't getting it like you was, you can't spend it like you was.
Right. Some niggas like to fuck off even still knowing,
Hey
being
man,
stressed.
I ain't got time for all that because some niggas do like that. They do, but
Right,
that ain't me. So
right.
I
Just
don't kick it about that
yeah,
kind of shit.
right. But yeah, that's all it was, man. I was trying to top it up, man. Get some little points on being disciplined,
All right, bro.
with what you do.
Discipline is going with what you thinking, man. That's what discipline is.
Right.
All
Well, I
right, man.
appreciate you, man. No doubt.
Be cool. Yeah. So, uh, what I'm saying is this: the one thing that makes you know you alive and doing this shit is when you can still have some sort of anxiety about what you do. Whatever the shit is for you, I hope it makes you feel as live as I feel. Because, I had no idea I'd be doing what I'm doing when I designed my long term plan. But why I knew I was going to, be cool with that is because I stayed down ABPs always. Period. I, as long as I'm playing my hand, shit gonna go my way. So without having a clue, 15 years ago, I made my plan. And don't you see me living off it right now? I told you motherfuckers, my exploits on Blog Talk was going to turn into something big for me. I'm, mean what I say, and I say what I mean. If you stay down, you gonna come up. That's life. Also, it is not funny, but I can't believe how many people still ask what are the tools. Maybe you guys don't know, but the tools are 25 different situations where you interact with a woman and a couple of women. It shows you how to use your arsenal to your advantage, and at the same time, it shows you how to create arsenals on your own. I got tools for so many different situations that you can use and create a stockade filled with different arsenals. One last thing. When you made your work available, and there are many who admire it, they will follow your teachings ritually. Rituals are significant signs that something has a following and is important enough that the higher ups in the group believe that this following will be fruitful. Therefore, all who enter the group are bound by the rituals of the group. For instance, a gang. A gang might require you to commit a crime to be accepted in the gang. Any crime cannot be a ritual. If the leaders of the gang agree on a particular crime, then and only then will it become a ritual. A ritual. It also can be a sequence of activities involving gestures, words, or objects, and is usually performed in a private place and according to the set sequence. Otherwise, it cannot be altered in any way it's done. Rituals may be prescribed by the traditions of a community, including religious communities, all that. But what I'm really getting there, this us group as a group of men, we have rituals. It's the way you treat, the respect you show each other, the way you act in public, all these things. And it's not defined, with formal or traditional rule governance. It's actually defined and formalized by your interpretation and execution of what you think it is. And generally speaking, we all think it's the same thing, but we definitely go about it differently. SW got a set of rules you got to abide by, and once you get laced, you'll continue to follow those rules ritually. Hey, I'm gone. I know I was on long today, but shit, Instagram done shut me off already. I just read that. All right, you guys be cool.